Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Trekyards. I'm Captain Foley.
Long live the Empire, maybe? Wait, are we Mirror? Are we? No.
We might be. This could very well be.
Or at least as evil, so maybe it's just long live the Starfleet. I'm Connor Coggins. Welcome back, guys. What are we talking about today, Stuart?
Well, you've all heard the tales of the Monster Maroon. Or as I like to call it, the Magnificent Maroon. But apparently they're a nightmare to work in because they're hot. So, they're the Monster Maroon. Maybe we have the Monster Black? Or should actually the first word should be B, so the Bitchin' Black.
Beastly Black.
It's the Beastly. There you go. That's much better. Good man. You get a promotion.
To Commander, 2nd grade.
We've got a Wrath of Khan style new uniform.
Well, do we though? And that's what this is about. That's what the comparisons are worth.
It definitely looks like it. But yeah, we see a painting of Picard when he was younger, wearing a different uniform, and it's black. And I gotta tell you, this is a uniform that I would like to get because I think it looks fantastic. But
so, for some more context, this is Starfleet Picard Season 2. In the trailer, this is in his chateau, he's now already shifted into an alternate reality where a totalitarian, evil version of Starfleet exists. And you can see that on the badge in a moment. And this is the legacy of the Tyrant of Picard, and we assume that's going to play a dramatic, fun element. And clearly, he looks like a tyrant of old, and it's not so great. But clearly, yes, it's hearkening to one uniform in particular. But I'm wondering if it's hearkening to a second uniform, and you have teasers, and that's in the show pictures. But yes, let's jump to the first graphic, which shows theoretically what it's trying to be. A Admiral's version of Monster Maroon from Wrath of Khan, and you can see down below, that is from, it's actually only on a chair currently, but as in the graphic, but you can see it clearly on a leaked image. That is the Starfleet emblem. We can now say it's the Starfleet emblem, because on the Monster Maroon it has a Starfleet badge. He has their version badge right there. So here are compared, Stuart. Now you see him. What do you think?
they definitely look like the same idea. I actually prefer the collar on Picard's. Looks more comfortable. Yeah, minus the shoulder strap, they're pretty much exactly the same thing, and I think it looks great. I wish it actually Picard's had a shoulder strap, but like gold instead of white would be cool. But I mean, other than that, it's definitely feels like the Monster Maroon.
See, until I show you the other costume, you'll say that, but the other one's quite similar too. So it visually reminiscent, very much so. The top fabric feels like more like metal to me rather than a fabric of the turtleneck. There may be a stripe, but there's also a shoulder stripe thing, so it feels more like, it feels more like armor, this version. I think there's going to have two shoulder pieces on one either side and maybe the strap, but it goes way higher. Feels like it's just a line. So it's definitely definitely different. Although I love the idea of having a gold. That would have really... They would have just been the same uniform. This, I think, trying to keep it be different enough to say it's different enough. But that, I think, would have been beautiful. And the belt doesn't have the emblem of the Federation exactly. It's slightly different. And clearly, like, another metal... Like, hard metal on the leather. It's quite dramatic. But in reality, though, Patrick Picard wouldn't be wearing a 80-year-old uniform. He'd be wearing this uniform. This was Ensign Picard in Tapestry, what he actually wore at the Academy. And so, assuming it's the same uniform, it would have been an evolution of this version, assuming they kept it around longer, because Picard was only so old, and he didn't look like this. This is obviously a figment. This is the Q-verse, so he didn't look like this. So, if it's a Monster Maroon variant, then that would have been a Monster Maroon for another 30, 40 years. It wouldn't have gone away. But the only difference, really, obviously, is just the fact there's no collar at all. It's just a shirt. It's already diverging from the TNG version.
Yeah, one thing I gotta say, I'm glad that they kept the belt on Picard. When we saw it on Jack Crusher and people from yesterday's Enterprise, no belt makes a huge difference to this uniform. The collar I can almost forgive, but taking away the belt is awful. But you're absolutely right. This is the uniform.
It would have been plus a few more years. Yeah. Although I rewatched some of these episodes, clips to familiarize myself, and it's just clearly an undershirt, and the Enterprise C hasn't got their just flat neck. Just that undershirt makes a big difference. But I want to blow your mind, maybe. The next picture is what I thought of instantly when I saw this uniform. I didn't think, is this Monster Maroon, even though it is, but it isn't. I thought, oh my goodness, this to me looks like an evolution of the Star Trek Discovery Mirror Universe era costume, because to me, this is almost more similar. Did you think this, Stuart? And what do you think they're seeing it? Because I was like, wow.
I didn't think that. I immediately pictured the Monster Maroon because of the collar. It looks like almost like a. It's got the same kind of pleated turtleneck thing. Now that you've said that and shown me this, I mean, this is interesting, especially the belt aspect. A lot of the belts maintains the same kind of look, and definitely the color. Even to some degree, the lines on the Picard one, yeah, exactly. Just take off the big plastic thing and maintain the line. You got that look there.
And it may be a separate level on the Picard uniform. We can't tell. It might be 3-dimensional.
It is a painting, yes. I'm sure we'll actually. I hope we're going to see an actual uniform.
De-aged Picard in this would be obvious. Needs to obviously happen.
I don't really want to keep drawing on Discovery stuff. Like, I mean, the Mirror Universe stuff in Discovery was actually kind of nice,
But clearly, I mean, even the collar looks closer to this than the Monster Maroon. Same metal, same color. Just continue it to the middle, and it's the same lines. It's got shoulder pads, give or take, on the Discovery version. The lines are the same. The belt's roughly the same. I mean, this is, to me, probably closer than the other one. As you said, there's no shoulder strap. So I'm wondering, then, perhaps, are we going to get... I don't want this, obviously, but what if Georgiou, this links into her storyline, what if the thing that changes the timeline is Georgiou goes back into the past, changes the timeline, brings her own uniforms in, and then that's why everyone's evil? Because it's nature versus nurture. Can he make Picard evil if he changes surroundings? Well, yes. Have you seen Shinzon? And so if she changes the timeline as of First Contact or whatever, but of our universe makes it bad, maybe she says, yeah, we're doing our own version of the uniform, I still like this 100 years later, because that is radical, but it's such a clear connection of uniform style.
They're not going to do that to Georgiou. They already redeemed her and sent her back to wherever. So I can't see her like doing a 180 again. If anything, she's going to be in the Section 31 show and be a force for good-ish. As good as Section 31 can be. But that's an interesting take on it. I really don't think that's the case, though. But you're right. This uniform that Picard's wearing is a perfect evolution of the more TOS styled, Discovery era Mirror Universe.
Yeah, and thanks to Prop Store for doing their auctions, we got a beautiful clear picture, because now all their stuff is visible. But clearly it's trying to be a Monster Maroon, because the badge is a Monster Maroon badge with a swap delta. So that is what it's trying to be. But the parallels are shocking and striking. Maybe the same costume designer that shifted over from Discovery to Picard, and she just pulled her own influences over. I already did totalitarian evil. Let's do it again. But I just found that really interesting. But let's end with Kirk, though, because that's what it's meant to be in logic. But I do agree, Stuart. I think it needed that strap, a red gold strap with some ornate. That's sorely needed to set this thing off.
That would definitely be linking it to the Monster Maroon. And if they're doing this evolution, as you said, maybe that's why they didn't do that. So, wow. That blew my mind. Thank you very much, Samuel. That's awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that too. If you did, comment down below if you even noticed this, if you thought the parallels between this uniform and the Mirror Universe from Discovery was there, or if you thought it was a more just a different Monster Maroon style. Let us know in the comment section. By all means, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell icon to all. And don't forget to join us for the lives where we talk about this and so much other stuff in real time with you guys.
Mm-hmm. And while doing so, you can put in a super chat, which supports the channel directly, to have a comment, question, thought, or just say, hey guys, thanks so much. And those do fund the channel. YouTube is not known for giving much ad revenue anymore, and so we rely on that stuff. But you guys do come to rescue and support us, and with that funds, we're able to do these videos. You've seen how much content we produced on Star Trek Day, taking a single frame, literally, of this painting and doing a really interesting breakdown of it that no one else does, and we're happy to do, and we want to do more of. So support if you can. The super chats, like we said, the PayPal, the Patreon, all the links down below. If you can, please do. If you can't, just tune in.
That's right. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley.
Connor.
See you later.
Thanks.